Okay, back from walking. It's a little muggy out there. Hopefully I beat the rain because we have a garage sale today, Denise and I. But I'm going to have a hard-boiled egg, a peach, and a banana, and some water. I'm going to continue on with my book, The Black Box, and that was the hat I was wearing. So 0 point breakfast or snack, whatever you want to call it. Well, good evening or good afternoon, whatever you want to call it. It's about 4:45. I have to go pick up Alyssa from work because Cindy is back. She's a teacher. They got to get their rooms together. We've had a busy day today, but we'll get into that. But today is Thursday, August 24th, and we have a lot of birthdays today. Today is Carmen Soli's birthday, so Carmen, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carmen. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Karen K's birthday, so Karen, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Karen. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. You guys seem a little high. Let me see if I can fix you. I got an itch. That looks a little bit better. It's also Kathy Wolseley's birthday. Kathy! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kathy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. I told you there was a lot of birthdays today. It's also Kathy Wolseley. So Kathy! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kathy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. I think I sang to you twice. I might have. I'm not going to edit it out. You might have just got two birthday songs. But it's also Sunny Virtue's birthday. So Sunny, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sunny. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And Vivian Kerr. Today's Vivian Kerr's birthday. That's Tamsin Darlin's mom. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Vivian. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And last but not least is Patricia Landis, Landis. Patricia, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Patricia. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope all of you have a great birthday, and I can see that my signs are still up. I didn't think they'd still be up. I thought they'd be all falling down because Denise and I, Denise mostly, not me, I didn't have anything there. I was just going to sit there for support. We're having a garage sale today. So I had to drive around and put all the signs up all around our subdivision and drag people in to show that they're going to come here. I have some glasses in the back seat in a box, that box, that you might hear rattling around for Samantha. I call her my daughter-in-law. Jimmy's better half. But she collects that ruby red glass or something like that. Denise had some, so she gave that to me to give to her. So I let her bring it in the house, but you can hear it rattling around back there. But I went and I put all the signs up. Then some guy from the assisted living home, well, not assisted living, it's not really, it's like a group home, that'd be a better way for it, a group home for challenged adults, but it's in our subdivision, and he came out while I was putting the signs up, and he says, what do you have up there? And I said, well, it's my sister's, and blah, 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 and then he said, well, can I follow you on my bike? And I said, yeah. He said, where is it at? And I said, it's down this way. You head up here. When you get to the school, you got to turn left. Well, I'm going to start, but then you come and you show me. You lead the way like the Lone Ranger. And I said, okay. So I finished putting the sign up, got back to my car, and caught up with him and brought him to the garage sale. And he bought a basketball. They were going to give him the basketball net because they have like one of those big nets that you have outside your house. And but obviously he was just on a bike. So I'm going to see from Denise, maybe I can go by that group home and see if they want it, for their residents. And then Gary could just bring it over there. 'Cause I think that they might like that, something to do. I mean, I know that group homes usually don't have a lot of money to spend on, extra stuff like that. He was really, I don't see my sign. Somebody took my sign. Oh, there it is. I found it. Never mind. It's there. Oh, there goes my box. So, anyway, I did all the signs, and then we got back and we sat down, and it started to rain. So we thought, well, should we bring this stuff in? No, we better not. And then all of a sudden, it rained. So we were like hurrying up, bringing everything back into the garage. And so once we got it into the garage, it came down pouring like buckets. I couldn't believe how bad it was coming down. And so I thought, well, at least we stopped. And then like maybe a half hour later, it was perfect. There was nothing going on. It was all fine and dandy. We could have probably still had our garage sale at that point, but we decided not to. So anyway, I do this terribly. I'm not a good backer-upper. I'll wait till they pull forward, and then I'll see how I did. I'll check out my lines, because this is parallel parking and parking between the lines are two things that I do not do very well. Let me see. Oh yeah, I was way over. Let's see if I can do better this time. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Well, let me text her to let her know that I'm here. And then I gotta open the window because it's gonna get hot. I will be back. Okay, we're back. So anyway, she's still got about another 5 or 6 minutes before she's gonna be off. These crappy signs that Denise gave me to put up, the things kept breaking when I was trying to put them in the ground. I'm thinking, you didn't spend a lot of money. Look at all of them. It was hard. I had to dig a hole in the ground before I could get them in. And then we still got to go back and pull them up once we're done. Oops, drop that. I didn't mean to drop that. So, anyway, the saga of the basement continues. We had a storm, not like some of this, like Ohio, the lower part of Michigan and Ohio, and the upper part of Ohio, they got whacked with the storm last night. A lot of them lost their power, and there was flooding. We had flooding and everything too, but we got like in 1 hour, I think it was an hour or an hour and a half, we got 3 inches of rain, which that's a lot of rain. That is a lot of rain. And that was my perfect day. I told you it was my perfect day. It was nice and dark and storming, and I loved it. And then Jim got home from work and he went downstairs, and then he called me and he said, the basement's flooded again. I gotta close that window because that's probably too much noise. He said, the basement's flooded again. And I go, oh, no. I said, where? At the same spot? The sump pump failed again? He said, no, on the other end where when we first moved in, the one wall, we had an inspection done, so they said that it was fine, but one wall had a crack in it that they had repaired. And so our inspector had looked at it and said, no, it was fine, there was nothing wrong with it. And then we moved in 2006, and then I think it was about 2016, our basement flooded again. Not the whole basement, but just the one side, the one end of the basement flooded. And there was a crack in the foundation. And so we had this company come out and they fixed the crack. And so it was fine. And then it was on the same area wall where the leak was from yesterday from the basement flooding, but it was farther over. Where they repaired it was fine. Where it was repaired when we moved in was fine, but the wall next to it was not. So it was like working its way down. And so we had called the original company that came and did it for us 10 years ago because they did such a great job. And so many people, it was on Facebook that because we got so much rain so fast, people's basements did flood. People had flooding in the streets, and then the lawns got all flooded, and it was just a mess all the way around. Any way you looked at it, it was a mess. So I had to leave a message for them. So they called me today, and then Jim, doom and gloom, like, oh my gosh, got the first thing, the guy screwed us with that. Now we don't have any money left to do the basement. It's going to cost us like $10,000 or $15,000. We're going to have to do the whole new foundation. And I said, Jim, it might just be a leak. Let's not jump to the worst conclusion right off. And so he said, well, the way our luck is going, because we had to fix the porch, that was somewhat $10,000, and now the basement's going to cost us $25,000, and this is going to cost us another $15,000 or $20,000. He says, we might as well just move. I don't know what we're going to do. I said, oh, calm down. I was surprised I was so calm. I really was. So anyway, they called me back today, and they told me to take some pictures. So I took some pictures, and I texted them to her. And she said, well, that just looks like a leak, cracked in the foundation. It doesn't look like a foundation issue from the pictures you sent. She said, I can see where the water probably came in, and she pointed out the different pictures that I did. And then the one picture when I pointed it out, she says, no, there's no leaking there. It's probably the water just accumulated or whatever. So she said, we can send somebody there on Monday to fix it. And I go, well, how much is that going to cost? And she says, well, probably between $500 and $700. I said, okay, that sounds fine. I was thinking it was going to be in the thousands. So if it was less than $1,000, I'm happy with that. So say some prayers that it's just a little crack that they can seal or whatever, and then they're going to put some kind of paint because we have cinder block. Well, we have drywall, but they can get to it somehow. I don't know how, because partially they can, because they had cut 2 feet around all the way through the whole basement, which worked in our favor because then they were able to find the crack easier. But rather than take out all the drywall looking for it. Good side, bad side. You always got to look for the good side of something. So the good side was they know exactly where the leak is coming from. And we have to just take out that one panel of drywall. But they seem to think that there's a way that they can get a roller in there and paint like a sealant on the cinder blocks. So it'll, like a water lock type of thing. So they're going to look into doing that on Monday. She said that might be a little bit more. And I said, if it'll work, I'll pay for it. Let's just get that done. So we were all going along just fine and dandy with that, and I was having a pretty good day. But then last night when I went to bed, we turned the air conditioner on at 70 degrees, and the house was at, when I went to bed, the house was at 70 degrees. So I thought, oh, okay, it's working. Then probably about 4 or 5 in the morning, I thought, it's getting kind of warm in here. I don't think the air conditioner is working. And then I got up about 8 o'clock, and the thermostat read that it was 74 in the house. Now the thermostat, once it gets over 70, should kick on because that's the temperature you set it for. So I left it at that, and then we went and did the garage sale and everything, and then when I got home it was at 76. So now we think that the air conditioner's not working properly. It's like, oh. But Jim knows somebody. We have a commercial. We got an uncle in the furniture business, Joshua Door. We don't have an uncle in the furniture business, but he has a good friend that does air conditionings for a living. And as a matter of fact, he's the one that put our air conditioner in. So we're hoping it's just something simple. But getting back to the basement flooding, I don't know how I forgot about this. This was like unbelievable that I forgot about telling you about this. Jim went down there to sop up the water with the wet vac. And I don't know what the man did. I really don't know what the man did. But all of a sudden, all the power went off in the house. And our generator didn't kick on, which I thought was, I'm wondering why it didn't kick on. And I thought, well, he must have turned something off. And so then I yelled down to him, the basement is black. And I go, Jim, what's going on? And then I yelled again and he didn't answer. And my heart stopped because I thought, this is what I thought. That asshole went and got himself electrocuted. I know that's not a nice thought of somebody you love and cherish and all that, but that was my very first thought because the man doesn't think. And so, oh, here comes Alyssa already. So anyway, he said, oh, I heard you, but I was trying to get the clap back on so because it was so dark I couldn't see what I was doing. But, okay, whatever. So there's your boots that came today. Here's your key.
Well, thank you.
So there. Anyway, there's our Taco Bell girl.
Hi.
I hear Kylie went through the line yesterday.
Oh, yeah. What's it yesterday? I think it was the other day.
Was it the other day?
Yeah, because I didn't work yesterday.
Oh, then it was the day before.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, we got to go.
Okay, bye.
Okay, well, we just dropped Alyssa off. We had to go pick up her girlfriend first. We might have to drive her to work tomorrow because she picked up another shift, 2 to 6. She really likes her job, so that's good. She had a job at McDonald's last year for a couple of days, but then she was having some anxiety issues last year, and she quit that job. So we were kind of hoping that this would work out for her, and it did. But she was complaining about a customer she had just before she was getting off of work, that he ordered 60 tacos and 6 drinks. And of the 60 tacos, he had 7 of them were special orders. So she was getting a little upset because she was waiting to go. And then she said, then the next cars, they get all mad because, you know, it takes a minute to make 60 tacos. I don't know that they should allow you to be able to order that many at the drive-thru. But, anyways, so, what else was I? Oh, so I was telling you about the air conditioning. So Jim has this friend that's going to come. He was supposed to call him while I left to go pick up Alyssa. But my topic today was real quick over on our way home now is, you know, like I don't like looking at the scale to see what the number says. But then that is a good point. I'm at a number where somebody's hoping to get to at some point, and I've already reached that number. Now somebody else is at a number that I want to get to, so I'm a little envious of them. So my point is that, you know, think of how you feel. I can feel my extra weight. I really can. I can feel it in my walking and just my balance. I think my balance was better when I was lighter. And so I can't keep looking at the number, because when I think of the number in my head, I get so discouraged. And it is just a number. I know that's easy to say, but it's just, sometimes when I'm sitting and I'm thinking, oh, this is how much you weigh now, and you weighed this, I still think those thoughts. Even though I tell you I'm not going to do that, I do. I know I do. And it bothers me. And the fact that it's going to take me that much longer to get back to that number. But I remember that I watched people that, you know, like had to lose like 100 pounds or so, wanting to get to where I'm at now, and they've surpassed me, and they weigh less than me. Well, I was just like fooling around, thinking that I had it all in the bag, that I knew everything I was doing was right, and it wasn't really. So my number that I'm at now was their goal at one point, to at least get to that point, and they're there now. Now obviously the channel I'm watching has set a new goal, but so I have to keep that in mind. You know, like, I can't consider myself a failure anymore. I just can't. I don't like to say I'm a work in progress, because, my gosh, how much progress do we need after 73 years? I mean, I say I'm 73 now, because I'm going to be 73 in 2 weeks, so I might as well just own up to the fact that I'm 73 already. It's my 73rd year of life, but I mean, even at 73, I can constantly be improving myself. I know I can. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I think that I really have noticed the difference. You're going to see it on because for a snack, I was really getting hungry. And I thought, what can I have for a snack? And so I had bought a protein bar, which I don't usually eat protein bars, but I'm trying to get more protein in. And it did feel like I was eating a candy bar. It was like shaped like a candy bar. It had sugar. I know it's got a lot of ingredients and stuff, all of that stuff. I know that. But to me, it was better than having a candy bar. So, and it was, I think, 150 calories, whereas a normal candy bar is like 220. Now, the old Sandy would say, well, it's only 70 calories difference, so, you know, just have the candy bar. But the candy bar didn't have protein or fiber or anything like that in it, whereas this did. It was a kind chocolate chip, I think. No, was it a kind? I think it was a kind bar, chocolate chip. Not the ones with all the nuts that like are in the clear package that look like so much better, and like they look like they're going to taste so much better, and they got all these packed with nuts and fruits and stuff like that. I scanned one of those, and I think it was like 12 points. I was like in sticker shock when I saw that. I thought, 12 points? A candy bar is like 12 points. Like, I thought, no. But this one, I forget how many it was scanned at. I think it was scanned at 3 points, I think. Obviously because there was sugar in it. But it did fill me up. It did the trick, because I was done with my craving of having something to eat. And I do think that I made smart choices today. I ate a little bit differently I'm trying to eat a little bit differently to kind of trick my body. But for dinner, I made an extra piece of chicken yesterday, so I'm going to have a salad with some chicken, because Jim's going to his banquet from his shooting league. So we're having a barbecue. So he's going to go to that. So I thought this is a perfect perfect opportunity for me just to have a nice salad, because I haven't had a really big Elaine from Seinfeld kind of a salad, the big salad like she used to call it. But and that was when we went to even Alyssa said she couldn't believe this kid. He was coming at us like he was a car. He was on his bike. He was probably about 12 or 13 years old. And I stopped my car because I had parked cars on either side. So I stopped my car because I thought, I'm going to hit him. And I don't like honking my horn because then I think they might scare him and then he'll fall off his bike. So I just stopped the car thinking that he would look up. And I was just getting ready to honk my horn because he was not stopping. And at the very last minute, he kind of jerked off to the side. And did he not hit my car, like with his hand, and yell at me because I was blocking him from going? And I'm thinking, you're a bicycle. You should be on the sidewalk or at least on the side of the street, not riding up the middle of the street like you're a car. I was really afraid he was going to hit my car. And then, you know what? They're going to say I hit him because there wasn't anybody out to be a witness. So anyway, he was fine. I was fine. Everything was fine. So we are home now. And that's going to do it for tonight because I think it's another long video. But in the meantime, I'll show you what I had to eat today. And like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Lunch today, I'm going to have a ham and cheese sandwich on a Carb Smart wrap with Popcorners white cheddar bag of chips, a couple olives, some cucumbers, a cup of tea. And then I'm going to have the watermelon a little bit later on. But I got it ready today. Or got it ready now, rather. So there's my lunch. I'm going to have a little treat of a Think bar for 10 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber, 5 points on Weight Watchers, and some water. A Snickers bar is 13 points. This is 150 calories, I think it said. Yeah, 150 calories. A Snickers bar is 250. So I made a smart choice. Dinner tonight is a salad with some cottage cheese and pineapple with some Caesar's dressing and some chicken and a glass of iced tea.